Now let's take a look at changing the layout and looking at the layout menu. When I first launch iBooks Author, my layout menu is hidden. If I look over here under my book bar, my book pane menu bar, I notice that there's these two horizontal lines. When I put my cursor there, I can grab that and I can drag that down to reveal my layouts. Another way of displaying my layouts is either in this view menu here or going up to the view and selecting show layouts. So if I choose to show layouts, over here I can see that I have different layouts for my chapters, my sections, and my pages. So this is a way for me to redesign what some of those layouts look like. So for example, if I wanted to redefine what the red chapter looked like, I could select this red chapter and now I can modify the way this red chapter looks. So I'm going to select this orange background here and I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to add a different background image. I'm going to come here and grab my new background image and I'm simply going to drag it into this page. Now when I drop this down, it's going to be layered on top of everything else, and you'll notice that as I move that around it pushes things off of the page. So I'm going to send this to the back by going up to Arrange and Send to Back. Now I'm going to grab this image and I'm going to resize it so it fits on the page. I'm going to hit Shift and drag this handlebar out so that it keeps my proportions the same. And now I notice that my number doesn't show up, so I want to change that so that it does show up and give it some color. So when I select this box, you'll notice that there's this grayed out box around the corners here, and it doesn't give me any way to click in there and edit it. That means this box is locked. So if I come up here to Arrange and I hit Unlock, then I'll notice that these little handlebars appear around that, and that means I can edit whatever's inside of this box. So I'm going to select the number 1 and I'm just going to give it some color. So let's just give it a little bit of a gray so it matches the inside of my fruit here, and I'll click off of that. Actually, I'll click back into it because I want to lock it back up again. I don't have to, but I'm going to do that. So there you go. Now let's say I wanted to change this box here. Again, I notice that as I click on it I have these little X's here, and so it's locked. Let's say I wanted to get rid of that. I'm going to have to unlock it, and now I can modify that, including deleting it. So now I've redefined what this chapter looks like. I'm going to rename this the Lime chapter, and I just need to hit return. I don't need to save anything. Now if I go to add a chapter, oops, close this back up so we're not confused. If I go to add a chapter, I'll see that my Lime chapter is there and ready to be added. So if I wanted to add another chapter, I'm going to select Add a Chapter. It's going to create it as Chapter 2, and it's going to look exactly like as the template I just created. You can do the same thing for sections and for particular pages.